Generic greetings and welcome back once again to Transport Fever 2. Today's beverage is a nice cup of green tea. In the previous episode, we didn't have a part of the microphone shock mount just explode and fire into my desk. Okay, that's another expense. Hope the sound quality's not messed up, but I mean, how would you know? In the previous episode, we were focusing on the train line once again, going between the Congleton West Dockyard up to the steel mill, but we've actually extended that. We put on another part of the terminal. Is it called a terminal? Platform, sorry. We put another platform on the left-hand side of this Congleton branch, left-hand side, the way we look at it now, and then added two extra rail lines, one up to the Elland Exchange, which is the coal mine, and one up to Upper Elland, which is the iron mine. And because of that, we now have a lot more resources flowing between them. It's a lot less cluttered, and because of the additions of these signals, we have it basically working at a fairly decent efficiency, I think. So I'm very, very happy with that. We also went ahead and went through the entire fleet and changed things up, so we changed it to be a lot of the newer things. So we changed anything that was quite old, particularly the boats were of concern. Speaking of that, we do have some resources at this Earl Shilton sawmill that we probably need to transport. We currently have the CT planks and machines, and I think we probably want to alter that because their condition is mediocre, and also I think we would benefit from having them as a bigger boat. So let's just double check that. We're going to go over to our vehicle manager, going down to the ES to CT planks and machines, and that has got 3 boats. So this is going to be very expensive, but we do have 7 million. And if we say replace those, these are the Danara castles, which have all types of cargo, 25 top speed, and they have 100 capacity. However, we could go for something like the Klondike. The Klondike is faster by 5 kilometers an hour. It's got more power, but I don't know if that actually matters. I don't know what effect that has. I guess top speed is probably when empty, but when it's fully laden it'll be a lot less, and the power, higher the power the better, I guess. Although the size of the ship, look at that, that's 177 tons, and that displaces 600 tons. Okay, it can carry the resources we want, which is the machines as well as the cut planks there, so that's fine. The problem is that replacing it to that will cost us about 3.5 million. The running costs are going to dramatically go up, but we're only going to carry an extra 30. So, what's the point? Is my question. This stage, an extra 30 is nice, but I'm waiting for another boat. Considering that this ship here can carry 100. And there's only 153 waiting. Although, to be fair, we are losing some. But this production is still okay. No, I think we'll leave that. Okay, so now that that's fine, we'll move on to other things. Now, there's many things we could go and do. We've mentioned about the chemical plant and these goods here. We do have steel in production, but tapping that off to do that I don't think is worth it. I'm trying to get a lot of the resources that we need, and these towns, I'm trying to get those delivered. So we've already got the Earl Shilton food factories working. We've also got the machines coming down from there. Obviously, Congleton, we haven't got the... we haven't got, sadly, the supply of tools, but I don't know where we'd be able to make those. I'm going to guess in a tool factory down the bottom there. There you go. So that actually wouldn't be too much of a problem because we've got the Settle sawmill there, which turns them into planks. Yeah. And we deliver tools there, but then we deliver to Settle. So there's only really from Settle, there's only the supply of fuel that we haven't got. Fuel we can do though, because, there is a Gaganu C40 available. It looks like a bus. Okay, let's have a quick look at that while we're here then. So we'll go over to the CT bus, all the vehicles, and we'll say replace selected vehicles. We have got the post bus ET13, and you can see that the difference is basically that thing is a lot quicker. Diesel. It was the C40 was one of the first city buses in the Russian Empire, manufactured in Germany, and it's quite a nice thing. As I said in the previous episode, though, the condition's mediocre for a lot of these, and we don't really have the transport requirement for all of that. So what I'll probably do is eventually sell them all and then replace them with different ones. Okay, anyway, I digress. So we have the fuel where we can go from, it says oil to chemicals, chemicals to fuel, fuel to settle. We can do that. However, the problem is that the closest oil well is in Earl Shilton. It's there. And the next is over at the Congleton oil well. So it is... Oh no, my mistake. It's there, the Settle oil well. So we can bring it across. That is a possibility. We can do that. But we're not even going to do that. Instead, what I want to do is remove Settle's isolation. I want to connect it via train to Earl Shilton. Not only will that mean we'll have lots of people going to Earl Shilton will probably become the biggest town because of it, because to go from Elland to Congleton, then you get a boat to Earl Shilton. So you can go Congleton, Shilton direct boat. Elland, you can get there eventually via train. However, this thing, totally on its own. So we want a train, we want a rail line there, train station there, go across here. The problem, it doesn't look that big until you tilt the camera and realise, oh, mountains. Mountains. We could snake around here. I don't think that's very efficient at all. Instead, I'm tempted to place the rail line right in the centre here and drive it pretty much straight out across through that mountain, through this little valley, weaving back and forward. We'll go across here, nice little sort of riverside view, turn there, and then on that corner. We could even, if we wanted to, put it there, but I don't think that would be a good choice. So let's do all of that. Let's go over to our buildings, and we have cargo station and a passenger station. We are going to change this to 2 tracks because I want eventually to have one going one way and one going the other, because hopefully it'll be quite a well-travelled route, at least considering it's going to be a lot of money here, so I'm hoping it's going to be a well-travelled and well-liked route. So let's just see what we can do. So just going to nudge this around, and then we will connect it into there. While we are here, I think it would be of some benefit to redo all of these road routes, because quite frankly there's too many of them. So let's do that. While we're on. So the ES bus is what we're looking for there, and we are going to select them all and sell them. Yes, they're gone. Routes, ES bus, get rid of it. Gone. It's gone. No point in crying about it now. It's gone. So the question is, can I delete all of these? Yes, I can. They're gone. Now, buildings, bus/tram stop. Going to pause it, and I just want to make sure that you can see just how much this is. This connects up. All of that is quite nice there. So I'm going to say right outside there. We'll have it. Well, it will have some overlap. That overlap is just inevitable, but it's certainly nothing like we've had previously, where we had loads of them. Like, there's no point when it's like walking distance. That's now fine. New line. There we go. 5 as opposed to whatever it was previously. Earl Shilton bus. Done. I'm going to go over to... I'll unpause it while it figures itself out. See the depot? It's all like nestled now in all these houses as it grows. Buy vehicles. Going to get this nice little bus here, and we'll have 4 of them. I don't think any more than that is necessary at this stage. ES bus. And let's see how that goes. We will obviously have to expand over to this side eventually, but there you are. What is concerning is there's 46 machines and they're getting lost. Oh, excellent. Buy vehicles. hang on. That's a road depot. Where is the... do I really want to... I want to get a... buy vehicles. That one. I'm going to buy 6 of those. And assign them. Very, very soon I'm going to guess we're going to get some lorries, basically. Some diesel lorries or something. Oh, it could have even been a steam lorry. More likely to be a steam lorry, I'm guessing, in 1909, but you never know. Look at that. Proper nice looking cars now. The private transport people have got going. Nice. Excellent. Right, that's on the go. You can see obviously we've ramped up the machines. They must have ramped up if we're having that like that. So that's now fine. We've got all the bus routes put in. Let's get this rail line added. So over to Settle, and we will add in the train station once again. We are going to go for 2 platforms, 2 tracks rather, which is looks like it to be 2 platforms, is it? Yeah, 2 platforms. So we'll rotate this round. I would like to put it around here, right near the center of the city, but I don't know if it's gonna happen. It would be fairly short-sighted of me to do that though, because all this stuff has to come in. But then again, those will be freight lines, and we can probably get away with this. Okay, we're going to do that then. So we'll delete these roads here, like that one. We'll put some of these back in eventually. That house is probably going to go. So we'll have rail, passenger station, and the problem is we can't go any further down. Well, we don't need to, which means we can probably go for a terminus station then. So instead what we'll do is have a terminus station. I'm just worried about going around that. Maybe put it on this corner. Maybe putting around here is a pretty silly idea. I think it is actually, on reflection. Well, it fits in there, so let's go. Let's put it there. While we are here, we will pause it. Go over to the line manager. We're going to check the Settle bus routes. And SE bus. And how many have we got? 10 vehicles in total. But remember, each vehicle can only carry 6. We are going to sell. Yes. We're going to back to the line manager. The bus. Delete that. Don't want that. And start deleting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8 stations. Bus stops, rather. So one's going to be just outside the train station, because that seems to be a reasonable thing. We'll have it come to there. We'll have it go to there. Over to probably... it's going to come along there. That corner, because we have to think about expansion, you see. And then... problem is getting in the centre. We're going very much outside, although that one there does get the centre. That one there gets the centre. If we have one in there, it'll get that one, and that one... yeah, so that'll be fine. So there, and then there. So we've added a few more than I would have thought, but it's not too much of a problem. And it's strange it doesn't go it doesn't go anywhere near the town centre, which is what you would expect a bus route to have, but it's all within walking distance, so it's fine. So that's now in, and we'll add in, if we can find, there it is, the Settle depot. Buy vehicles, we'll have that one. We're going to have 6 on this one. And then we'll assign those to the line 1, which I didn't rename it, so we will rename it, so it's the SE bus. And there we go. So that is now fine. I want to check, actually. The ES bus. How many people did I put on that one? Only 4 vehicles. I don't think that's enough. I think 2 more vehicles. Yeah, I think 2 more vehicles is probably the way forward. Looks like the machine's being transported there. Let's have a quick look at our accounts. We can see that money's good. Money's good. That steel plank's doing very well. Still haven't altered the EL train. But it doesn't seem to need it because the town hasn't grown. I mean, I could even eventually run this train up and around here to Elland. That would be very nice. That would be a very good line. But we're not focusing on that line. We're focusing on this line first. So this is going to be eventually double tracked. So we have to consider that. So we're just going to have a quick look and do a bit of an ordnance survey type thing here. So it's going to come along. It's going to curve round. And we want to get through this mountain. We don't want to be going over it. So the flattest point, or the best point to go in is, I believe, there. Let's start the tunnel. The tunnel come through here, then exit, again at another relatively flat point, about here perhaps, or maybe there, curve round, come across. See, when you're at this high altitude, you think, oh, it's pretty flat, and then you go down here and you go, not so much. But then come along here, cross there, turn round, along here, then bridging. But that might require some alterations, but we'll see how we get on. I'm guessing that this is going to be expensive, but we do have 10 mil. So let's go over 2 tracks, single track. From the first one, curve it round to there. Level grade, perfectly acceptable. And then this is where, oh, the game doesn't like that. Right, what's that like? What's that say? Cut and cover. No, it's not even cover, it's just cut. Wow. That just, no, that's definitely going to be a tunnel. So it enters pretty much exactly where we wanted it to, straight underneath, and exits pretty much where we expected it to exit. You know what? I think that is exactly what we were looking for. 2.5 million to do, but I don't think that's too much of a problem. Level grade again. Bit of a downhill grade here. And there's the crossing. Although I don't know why it's doing that. Do that. Then across. I'm tempted to alter that grade. Level grade. And then here. What I have to think about as well is that the other line's going to be on the right-hand side of it. 70 round that corner. That's still perfectly fine. Straight. Nice coastal journey here. Well, shoreline. And then this is the difficult part. Yeah, gone too far. Okay. We might have to go out and back in. What we like there. Oh, prohibitive. That would stop. Yeah, that would stop it too much, wouldn't it? Right. We might have to change this. It's too close. We need to go up. We need to start increasing our altitude here. So from there, up. Don't need to increase it there. Right. If it was to go to there, no, can't do it. Can't do it. That's fine, it's where this is. So what we'll have to do is add... Damn it, we're just going to have to delete it, sadly. Delete that station. Delete those roads, and we're going to put it on this side. Sorry, that house is going to have to go as well. In the name of progress. So we'll go over 2 buildings, and then to our passenger terminal as well. We're going to rotate that around, and just nudge it a wee bit. And... actually nudge it to there, and we get 3 connections. That's now in. Okay, it means altering this bus route slightly, I think. ES bus for Broadway. Yeah. And 5 is Green Line. So what I'll do is add another bus station there. I will delete that. Remove that. Add station after Broadway, that one, and then that one. Right, so that's that now altered. Let's see if we can get this rail line in. It's a fairly beefy project we're undertaking here. That says it's going down, which we certainly don't want. We want to say go level grade, and then somehow get across here. We want to up the grade before we ramp off it, basically. Look at the state of that road. Yeah, I think we can safely say that's gone, and I'll redo that later. Right. Yes. That would prevent some crossing again, so we're just gonna have to increase the grade much more than that. Although this might cause some issues right onto there to there. That's quite steep. Let's see what it's like. It's still prohibitive on that side. So so that's fine. We're going to settle for that first level of increased grade. So that will be fine. Straight across. Trying to use the span so we only have a couple of blockages. There's a couple there. But we want a level grade. And put it right in the centre like that. I don't know if I like that one or that one. Oh, you can damn it. No, maybe not. That one. Yes. And then basically that. There's the line connected. Right. It is in. Let's do the same thing again. The exact same thing. And it very smartly adds onto the side. I like that. That's very nice. And this is going to be another fair bit of money, but I don't think it's a big problem. Obviously, we haven't electrified this at all. We haven't electrified the system. Not that we plan on doing so, really. There might be some alterations to make as well. But we'll do those in due course. We could have just had a single line with passing points. That did cross my mind. But I'm hoping that there's going to be a loads of traffic between these two places. And quite frankly, I just wanted to put some double lines in. I thought it would be quite nice to have that. And there we are. So we'll have the typical crosses here. Like so. And there. We should probably have one somewhere in the centre. Not that it should be necessary, because we're just going to... I don't know whether we want a one-way system it. We probably want to do that, yeah. Oh, I don't think a crossing it on any sort of grade would be... good. Yeah, too much slope. I thought something like that might happen around here. Yeah, that's a problem. Where can we do that then? We'll try and edge it right next to the road. We might get away with it. Nah, it's not going to happen. Not happening. Not there. Don't think we'll get it around here either. Let's have a quick check. Here we can. It's okay. Right, so that is now in. All that is left to do is buy the loco and build the train up, I think. Oh, signals. Path signals. One way, yes. Do you want to do that? I'm putting these in, but I have a feeling that it's not strictly necessary at this stage. And finally, there and there. So it should come always down on this track, on the left-hand track is the way we're looking, and go away on the right-hand track. That's if what I've done is at all correct. What I'll do... I'll put... Because of where I've put these crosses in, I think the issue is that if I had the one-way system further back, it would work so we can cross and go into the shed. At the moment, I can't. So what I'll do is I will put the shed a little away there, and I'll put one on the other side, because it is quite a distance. That's going in there. This one needs to go... I guess it would fit perfectly about there. Like that. And then it's a case of connecting it up. If we have the... Oh, that's really... Oh, that's really wrong. Ben's tarpaulin truck and the Ben's truck with side skirts. Right, we finally have lorries. So that means that some money's about to be spent here. But let's just get this sorted. So... Just nudge it. Like that. Put that in there. And, there. Done. Right. Line. New line. 1. And 2. Biggest line we've ever made. The colours are red and green, so... the colour of that is actually perfectly acceptable. And it looks like... No, that's not what we want. Is that correct? So it's going to use the same line. No, that's a problem. So yeah, we don't really need 2 lines because of the one-way system we've set up. Still figuring bits of this out, but that should be fine. Right, let's do it. Let's buy a 3-5 because of the speed, top speed 100. And we've got a compartment car, 6-wheeler. We're going to go with, naturally, the biggest one we can. And we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I wonder what if we get rid of those. Mediocre, that's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 in there, 100 kilowatts. Add some more, it's going to be mediocre. But do we need 98 capacity? It is not really what we need. I think we'll stick with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for now. And we'll assign that to line 1, which we need to rename. ES to... Ooh, to where? Settle. SE train. And there it is. We have it in there. And we need another one of those. But I'm not going to do it now because that cost quite a lot of money. What I am going to do is leave it there. That has been the train line. Next episode, we will have a little mess around once again. Probably add another train line. Check to see if there's any problems. Work out any kinks. And, almost more importantly, remove a lot of these road vehicles because we have too many of them. And we can now get, I believe, trucks. Let me just have a quick look. Let's see. It would be the food. These replace. There it is. Tarpaulin truck, all cargo. Yep, that's what we're going to do. We're going to change it to that as opposed to that. Excellent. Right, we'll sort that out next episode. As always, if you have enjoyed the video and the series thus far, comments in the comments. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.